they would see me with my camera, actually doing a good job, and introduce myself, talking, and they find me online.
Yeah.
And so it was like more situations where I'm out and about, I have my camera, I'm doing work, and then when you're making those personal connections, then you're telling them who you are. They gonna find you on Facebook, they gonna find you on Instagram, they gonna see your work, and you're gonna get the client.
Yeah.
And not even trying to sell. Again, I stumbled into it. I didn't know people were paying for that type of stuff when I started. Because I wasn't around a lot of entrepreneurs. I had a regular 9 to 5. It was a great little easy job. I'm watching YouTube all day, sitting at the desk. But just to your point of just being where people are, being genuine, and just doing good work, that made, when I started out, that made my business. I wasn't doing any crazy marketing. I didn't know how.
Yeah.
But I was huge on referrals. I was huge on just working with people. They like it. They telling other people. Like, I had so much word of mouth business. Even when I moved to Birmingham, it was hard because I never actually learned how to market.
Yeah.
And so I was still getting more work up in Louisville. And I was going back to Louisville a lot.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I'm working up here.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure it out down here. But it was that hustle of, like, I was just being out where people were. I had my camera, making connections, making friends. And that turned into word of mouth and referral marketing. And I think that's huge because a lot of times there's this misconception that you need to have all these followers. You need to have all of this stuff. You just need to be doing the most on the internet, when word of mouth and referral-based marketing is still a big driver for small businesses and entrepreneurs. But yeah, what were you going to say? Give me the example you were going to give.
Visibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's visibility is huge. So just like you said, they knew you in Louisville because you went to the places you were out. Well, they didn't know who you were here or what you did. But you created a whole place now. So now, this is the similar concept of you build it, they'll come. But there's a marketing that has to go behind it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what to go to because I haven't seen it.
Facts.
You could build a Walmart in the middle of the woods.
But nobody knows that. Yeah.
But everybody knows Walmart's everywhere. But if you build at Walmart and then put a sign up, every time somebody sees the sign, it's a trigger. And that's basically what social media is in the content world. It's the trigger.
Good. Yeah.
How many times am I going to see this person or this work before I become a client or customer of?
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you said that.
A higher percentage of people are consumers. And so how do you differentiate yourself between the production side and the consumer side, where you got to produce, which now you're creating a brand for yourself, and it's a whole strategy behind it from there. But yeah, if they don't see you, then it can't.
Visibility.
Yeah,
that's real. And then I love the Walmart example because as soon as somebody finds out there's a Walmart over there, they're gonna tell somebody else, hey, there's a new Walmart over there.
Exactly. It's back to word of mouth.
There's a new Walmart over there.
Back to word of mouth.
Yeah. Yep. Like that's just how we are as people. Yeah. Like it always happens that way.
We communicate as beings. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
that was
really good.
What else do you have on that?
Let's see. So we went from, visibility, being where people are, both physically, tangibly, like in events, out and about with your camera, and doing good work, but also online. So you said something that was really good with just like, how many times does someone have to see something in order to get them to take an action?
Yeah.
And we saw this at the event just a couple weeks ago, where there was one young lady here, and she said that she saw the post for the event and then she registered to be here. So I asked her how many times did she see it, because we were talking about content consistency, which I think is a great direction to go now.
Yeah.
Since we're talking about visibility. And she said she saw it a lot of times. Like she couldn't give me a number, but I said, did you see it more than 7 times?
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And so the point I'm getting at with that is when it comes to visibility online, what would you say to photographers and videographers who they may not be in the whole understanding of personal branding and marketing and all that stuff, but maybe they could be doing more just being visible with their work? What would you say to someone like that?
Get out of your own way. We don't post stuff because of how we personally feel about it. It's not how anybody else is going to feel about it. It's how we feel about it. And we have our own measuring stick for ourselves. So when we're continuing to measure ourselves to our measuring stick, it keeps going up. It's like, all right, this isn't the best I can do. Oh, I could have done this. But that message is for someone, but you could possibly be holding their blessings back because you were subconsciously in your own head.
Mm-hmm.
When the thing's good, it might not be where you might think it needs to be for this specific thing, but it's where it needs to be to convey to other people.
Yeah.
And so with so many other people in the world, we have to be selfless.
That's good.
Say, okay, I've done this. Let me do what I need to do to it, and let me deliver.
Yeah.
And start being
I love that.
deliverers of stuff. Because what are we gonna do with it? It's just like
it's gonna sit. You're gonna put it on a hard drive.
Exactly, it's gonna sit there,
and then buy another hard drive when that
like,
one fills up.
They say people go to the grave and you not taking it. You're not in there with a load of money. Well, what am I doing with the content?
And I love that you said be selfless, because I think, and this is something that I've had to like get over, especially with the space, is like social media. When we're talking about just visibility online, the online space, it moves so fast. Yeah. So like the life cycle of these posts are not very long most times. And so as a small business owner, and which is what you are as a creative entrepreneur, if you're providing creative services, that is a business service. Yeah. Like you're a business now. One of the things that I've had to learn is to get out of my own way. Like I think, and I'm sure other people think this way too, but I think like if I post it, I don't want to post it too much and wear my audience out. But like, no, actually you do, because that's how it's going to stick. Like repetition sticks, especially online. But I was in my own way in that thinking. Like, I think they gonna get tired of seeing me post about this brunch mastermind, when the reality is there's a bunch of people who didn't see it the first 3 times. Yes. And if they didn't see it in my regular feed post, then maybe it's because they watch my stories more. Yeah. And I haven't posted it to my stories as many times as I posted to my feed. Mm-hmm. So like now I just have to just keep doing it, right? Yeah. But I love that whole like get out of your own way, because now when I realized that's what I did, I realized I was thinking about myself. I was thinking about how I felt about it. But I wasn't really thinking about the fact that like there's somebody who probably needs this information and needs to hear this guest and needs this, needs to be around other like-minded creatives who don't even know what's happening, because I think I'm posting it too much, but I probably haven't posted it enough to reach that person. Yeah. And at the end of the day, if I haven't reached the person that I need to reach and it's my fault, I'm in the way, then I'm being selfish. Like I have to be selfless, get out of the way, and be out there for people to see what it is you're providing. Even if it is a photo shoot, there's somebody who needs a good photo of their baby, because I'm going to need some. Yeah. I'll probably take them, but, the point is, like, if that's what you do, put it out there for people to see, Don't just send it to the client and then never show the rest of the world. Yeah.